All right, so let's take you back to our top story today, and that is the party primaries or nominations, if you like. Like we've been saying all day, it's been a big day for the United Democratic Alliance Party, and we want to continue to get an update and give you an update as well on just some of the regions that continue with vote counting and vote tallying tonight. Let's begin with Brenda Wanga, who's live in Kajiado County. Let's go back to her one more time. Kajiado is a county that has attracted 4 candidates for the position of governor. We also have Sam Ogina, who is joining us from Kericho. But let's begin with Brenda Wanga. Brenda, what's the latest? Vote counting, vote tallying. Do we know what time we're expected to get results tonight?
Thank you, Yvonne. We are here at Kajiado Township Secondary School, which is the county, which will be the county tallying center for all the races that have taken place today. But it is also still serving as the tallying center for Kajiado Central constituency. What is happening here right now is the process of tallying the votes from all the polling stations in the Kajiado Central constituency is underway. We have been here from around 9. This exercise started at around 8 when all the polling stations had closed and the tallying had been done at the polling stations, and then the votes and the material that had been used in the exercise was then transported to this center here, which now is the second leg of this exercise, where the returning officers behind me are in the process of collating all the data that they have been brought for, the votes from the polling station, putting them together, and then moving them from this hall to another one just in the same compound, which will now serve as a county tallying and tallying center. This county, like you have mentioned, if correctly, attracted very heated campaigns and a contest, especially for the governor's seat, pitting 4 people, 2 sitting MPs, Kato Olemetito and Paris Tobiko, who have both expressed confidence earlier on in the day that they will clinch the seat. But that confidence seemed to be waning as the day went by for Paris Tobiko, who has claimed that the exercise was not free, it was not fair, and that she has even this evening released a statement claiming that her strongest opponent, has rigged the election. On the other hand, Kato Olemetito, the one who is being accused by Paris, says the election was free and fair. Everything went as planned. He says he has confidence in the process and what has happened, and he will accept the results when they will be announced later on this evening. In this same county, we have seen about 4 people coming into the race for the Senate seat, 4 coming into the race for the women representative. Two constituencies in this county, however, did not hold primaries for the MP seat because the people who are standing on the UDA ticket they did not face any opposition. So as it stands right now, Kajiado Central and Kajiado East already know who will be the flag bearer for the MP's position on the UDA ticket. All the 25 wards, however, the contest went on. They will be waiting to know who will be flying the flag for the party once the results are announced here later in this day, hopefully before the day ends or early tomorrow morning. My colleague Sam Ogina is in Kericho. Perhaps, Sam, you can tell us how was the exercise there?
Well, thank you so much, Brenda, from Kajiado County here in Kericho. Right now at Highlands Primary School, as you can see, it's vote tallying and vote counting going on. But moments ago, at least the count for the gubernatorial position was concluded. And it is a David versus Goliath kind of situation, because it is Charles Keter who has served as the Belgut Member of Parliament for 2 terms. He served as the senator for Kericho at least for 2 years before he was appointed Cabinet Secretary to the powerful Ministry of Energy versus Dr. Eric Mutai, a university don who used to lecture at the University of Embu. And from the tally that was just concluded here moments ago, it was 776 votes for Eric Mutai against 180 votes for Charles Keter. And if you look at that clearly, if that was to be replicated across the 6 sub-counties of Kericho County, that is Belgut, Bureti, Ainamoi, Kipkelion West and Kipkelion East, then it means that Charles Keter has an uphill task to actually climb and try to bridge the gap if at all he was to catch up with Eric Mutai. There were 4 aspirants for the gubernatorial seat apart from Charles Keter and Eric Mutai. There is James Sang and as well as Kericho Deputy Governor Lily Ngok. But clearly from the results that are streaming in, it appears the race, or better yet, as we call it, it is a 2-horse race between Eric Mutai and Charles Keter. Of course, during the day, the 2 gentlemen or competitors spoke to us after their ballot and passing on a message of fair play, saying that whoever wins, then they will be supporting the other or the victor from this particular race, saying that the way the exercise has been conducted here in Kericho, it is free, fair, credible, according to the assessment. If at all, whoever loses, then it will be on a fair ground. And on that particular matter, saying that we'll be able to support the party and support the candidate to whoever becomes the victor. And that is the situation here in Kericho County. Clearly, I think we still have a long way to go and have a long night ahead of us. But in the long run, the exercise quite smooth, save for logistical hitches here and there that delayed the casting of ballots or opening of polling stations. Now in Kapsabet, we have our very own senior reporter, that is Seth Olale. Seth Olale, probably inform us what is the latest from Kapsabet town.
Well, thank you so much, Sam Ogena, all the way from Kericho County. And we're still here at Kapsabet, which is actually, if you like, the county headquarters for Nandi County. And also, we have a long night ahead of us here as well, Sam Ogena, because we are still here at Kapsabet Girls High School, which is just one of the 82 polling centers as far as Mgwen constituency is concerned. And right now, what is happening is that the vote counting is still underway. What they've managed to count since the polls were closed here was the gubernatorial race, and the results are out, and I'm just going to read them very fast. We have the incumbent with the sitting governor, who has so far managed to get 156 votes. We also have Cleophas Lagat with 145, Lagat Elijah with 13, Alan Kosgei with 84, Kipto Joshua with 5, T-Rob had 1, and we had a total of 14 votes, spoiled votes. So that is as far as the gubernatorial race is concerned. Next, they also counted the senatorial results, which are now, I'm going to announce them. Samson Cherargei, who is the incumbent and the sitting senator, scoping 279 votes, followed by Alex Kosgei with 117. Vivian Cherono managed to have 1 so far, and we also have a total of 17 votes that have been spoiled. And so the process is still ongoing here at Kapsabet Girls. From here, we're just going to go around to many other polling stations. In Mgwen, in particularly, we just have 82, but of course we also have a total of 630 polling stations in Nandi County alone. So it just tells you what the night is going to look, how this particular process is going to be carried all over the night, and we expect the results to start streaming in at the constituency, gubernatorial, senatorial tallying centers very early in the morning. And this is just according to at least the sentiments from the returning officers as well as the presiding officers right now. So it is just calm, and of course the chief clerks, the chief agents are really cooperating with the officials here. Security has been beefed up. We haven't had any incidents save for what happened at Kipture Boys polling center, where we had suspected hired goons who actually just walked in and destroyed ballot materials. But it is now going underway. It is now going as planned here at the Kapsabet Girls polling center. But right now, I want to take you all over. I want to take you across the rift to where my colleague Jemutai Goin is currently in Uasin Gishu County. And Goin, if you can hear me, just tell us the latest as far as the UDA nominations vote counting is concerned.
Well, Yvonne, we are at Tarbo constituency, Huruma ward, and specifically Uasin Gishu Primary School. And just to note that this is one of the biggest wards in the country with an approximate 13,000 registered voters. So, of course, the level of interest, even in the member of the county assembly election here, is quite substantial. And just looking at what is happening right now is that tallying has just begun for this particular polling station. Earlier on, we tried to visit the county tallying center at Hill Primary School, but there was little activity there because most of the stations began their voting a little bit late. You saw earlier we were at MV Patel polling station, which actually started polling, and the residents actually came to vote at about 1 in the afternoon because ballot materials had not been delivered, and the Deputy President has alluded to some of the issues that resulted to that, the fuel shortage issue. But now going back to what is happening now, so far they've just tallied the member of the county assembly results, and seemingly in the lead is Lucy Chomba, but we're also looking out to see the numbers that will be garnered by the rest of our competitors. And looking at the hotly contested gubernatorial contest, and from the figures that you're already seeing from some of the polling stations where where counting has already been done, is that it is a tight race between Jonathan B., commonly referred to as Koti Moja, and of course Ambassador Julius Bitok. When you look at their numbers, in some polling stations they are neck to neck, but in others you can see that Jonathan B. seems to have an early lead. Going to the senatorial contest, which is pitting the incumbent Jackson Mandago against lawyer Kipchumba Karori, you can already see that the numbers are in some areas seemingly favoring Karori. And maybe even something we noted when we covered the polling in the different parts is that Kipchumba Karori is actually known as Kipchumba Karori, but Karori seemingly is an alias name. And when some people came to the polling centers, they were looking for his name and asking that they could not see it because then the names that were listed there were those that are in his national identity card. So possibly one of the lessons for people contesting seats, that sometimes a campaign slogan may sell better than your name, and could also maybe give your opponent an undue advantage. And looking at the woman representative position, of course, Gladys Bos-Cholet was running against three others, Helen Ruto and also Jebi Chilele. And so far from the numbers that we can see, Bos-Cholet still has some early lead. So, of course, we will be giving you the further details once we head to the county tallying center, where we'll be getting the actual figures streaming in from the different polling centers across Uasin Gishu County, and we'll be giving you that further update later in the night and up to tomorrow morning. My colleague Munene is in Laikipia County and has been keeping tabs with the activities there. And over to you, Munene, to give us the update of what has transpired so far and how the tallying process on that end of town is.
All right, thank you very much, Chemutai Goin. And I must say, Laikipia has been smooth almost all day. And currently we are at the tallying center for Laikipia East constituency. And that is actually the constituency that hosts the county headquarters, Nanyuki town, where a lot of people are actually interested in, because the race, especially the race for the member of parliament, has drawn quite a lot of interest, because we have Kate Waruguru and the incumbent Amin Dede fighting for the UDA ticket to run for the member of parliament or the MP race against, of course, the Jubilee candidate and the TSP party leader Mwangi Kionjore. But again, during the day we were able to actually visit and see the two gubernatorial candidates who are trying to clinch the ticket, exercise the democratic right and vote. That is Joshua Irongo. He did cast his ballot earlier, and he said he was pleased with what he did see the processes. And his competitor, the current member of parliament for Laikipia West, that is Patrick Mariro, also did cast his ballot, and he also expressed the same level of satisfaction, but said the two of them were concerned with delays in some of the polling stations because of logistical issues. But the only incident that was witnessed within Laikipia County actually happened in Laikipia East, where we are currently. There were allegations of a number of vote or ballots that were found with already markings on them, and we did speak to the person responsible overseeing the elections in Laikipia, Honorable Dismas Barasa, and he did say he was aware, and he actually went to the scene, and that particular station was actually closed down. But he did say that does not affect the integrity of the process. Currently, what is happening behind me is that we are getting results from the 5 wards in Laikipia East. They're coming here, and the tallying process is taking place as we speak. And what we're hoping is that by the end, maybe another hour or so, we'll be able to have results. We do not have results yet, just provisional results between, the gubernatorial race, the senatorial race, but also the member of parliament race. That is how the situation is like, but we're here on the ground getting the latest updates and getting the latest results, and of course we'll be bringing them to you as we get them. Back to in studio, Yvonne from Laikipia County.